Hi, this is Faisal Khan of Nixon Gwilt Law, happy to talk to you today about an issue that many of our clients and organizations and companies that we partner with have difficulty doing, and that is trying to get customer deals done when their financial model is a little bit up in the air due to uncertainty and unfamiliarity with regulatory and reimbursement issues and pathways. This has been an issue we've seen in the last year, specifically with COVID-19 and systems and companies trying to adapt their normal operations to meet the challenges. And one of the issues in adopting new technologies is trying to figure out how to make that technology work for them in a financially sound way. And so today I've got with me Christian Johnson of the UCLA Biodesign team. And he and the Biodesign team are well aware of these issues and are working to tackle them on a systemic way. So with that, Christian, I'll turn it over to you to introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Faisal. Yes, as you mentioned there, I serve as a part of our UCLA Biodesign Hub for MedTech and Digital Health Innovation. And alongside my co-leads, Dr. Jennifer McKaney, who is Executive Director of UCLA Biodesign, and Kwame Ulmer is a former branch chief and deputy director at the FDA, now a venture partner at Wavemaker 360 and principal at Ulmer Ventures. Together, we have partnered with leading associations and groups like Nixon Gwilt Law, as well as a variety of associations, incubators, accelerators, venture firms, and a lead consulting group, really to understand the current state of medtech and digital health innovation today in the United States, with a particular lens looking at regulatory and reimbursement. I think primarily the one question we want to address is, what does it require to bring a transformational innovation to patients? And within that, what does it cost? How much time does it take today? And really, what are a lot of the resources required for medtech and digital health companies to get from concept to commercial? So that's what I'm excited to share with you and talk about.
Yeah, thanks, Christian. So the question I have is why this issue for the Biodesign team, for you and your colleagues, and why now? And is there anything that you've seen in the last year or two, recent trends, that has given the green light, let's say, to go ahead now with this particular study?
Yeah, certainly. I think the first place to start there is that the last time any study like this was done was over 10 years ago. And just as we all know, looking at the last year, a lot has changed since 10 years ago. Whether that's just in the last year, the introduction of the new FDA Digital Health Center of Excellence to really try to promote and advance policies on digital health. Over the last couple of years, we've seen more than 70 artificial intelligence and machine learning software as medical devices granted and receiving approval and clearance. So that is a whole new world for medtech and digital health there. But also the advent of new programs like the Breakthrough Device Designation and the CMS Medicare coverage for innovative technologies. These are all new trends, programs, pathways that have been introduced to promote and advance innovation. We'd like to explore and understand not only what has been the impact of these programs that have been recently introduced or over the last 10 years introduced, but then forthcoming with European MDR, with the introduction of MCIT to provide reimbursement coverage for innovative devices, and then two trends just within some of the key markets from US, Europe, but also Japan and China. What is changing and how does that influence strategic decisions both for medtech companies, digital health companies, but as well as on industry and for regulators?
Got it. And so Christian, to help out with the study, who would be the best candidates? Who I guess would get benefit from participating in this?
Yeah, thanks for asking that, Faisal. I think we're primarily looking at executive thought leaders from medtech and digital health companies who are venture-backed and have received either clearance or approval with the FDA under CDRH for a medical device or digital product. And that's particularly because we're looking to understand that key question of what is the time, cost, and resources to bring a device from concept all the way to regulatory approval and reimbursement in the US. And so to seek the thought, leadership, and experience of today's leading medtech and digital health companies is really important. And then what we hope is that, and we will see, is that the insights generated from that experience and those perspectives from today's executives will really help to influence and shape potentially future decision-making around regulation and reimbursement.
Got it. And so I guess what do interested companies and regulatory leaders for these companies need to do?
So the first thing is to participate, and that involves going to www.medtechstudy.com, where they'll have an option to schedule an interview with either myself or one of my colleagues, and we'll conduct an interview with them, asking some key questions. Shouldn't take no more than 30 minutes. And in advance of that interview, we'll provide them with a set of questions and key information to help prepare. Really, I think the most important thing is to just identify one product that has been granted approval or been cleared with the FDA in the United States, and have a clear understanding of the regulatory profile for that product. Mm-hmm. So that would be the first key step.
Okay. And then I guess once you've, I don't say survey, but received and spoken and collaborated with all the participants, what's the outcome or outcomes? And I don't want to say how would you, I guess, describe the study as a success, but what's the next step, right? After we've got the data and you've done the analysis, how do you see this moving the needle forward?
Yeah, I think the first piece is we're going to identify what are some trends and I think strategic insights that we can share back with those who not only participate in the study, kind of like an early access to the study, but also we'll be promoting and launching at leading conferences for MedTech and digital health throughout 2021. And so we'll be able to share and promote those insights, but it's what happens with those insights. And I think that's where facilitating conversations and discussions across industry, not only with the companies themselves, but especially with either regulators or even on the venture side for financing, how can this better help inform decision-making for the future of regulation and reimbursement in the United States?
Wonderful. Yeah, I think it's a great study, well needed. I think the benefits could be tremendous, right? As you said, right, we've got new opportunities, new programs, but right, to kind of evaluate these new programs' success, right? I think we have to take a step back, right, and take a look at what led to the creation of those programs and what are some of the challenges that some of these companies and individuals have been experiencing, right? So that when we're currently engaging with these new opportunities, there's that background information that hopefully will prove helpful into moving the pathways forward, at least as far as enforcement and the regulator side. So I think it's awesome. So I guess my last question is for individuals that want more information about the study. You mentioned the website, medtechstudy.com, but how else can folks learn more about the study and have any, I guess, questions asked and answered before they make a decision to participate?
Yeah, in addition to the website, I welcome anyone to reach out to us at info@medtechstudy.com, where they can reach out to either explore, learn more, participate in the study, and they'll hear from either myself or one of our colleagues.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Christian, and thank you also to your colleagues, UCLA Biodesign. I think it's a tremendous opportunity. And on behalf of Nixon Gwilt, I've been happy to support you and your colleagues with this study.
And likewise, we couldn't be more grateful for your advising and partnership at Nixon Gwilt Law, and couldn't think of a better group to get to collaborate on this study and this initiative with. So thank you, and look forward to sharing the results in the future.
Wonderful. Thank you. And again, I look forward to receiving them.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Faisal.
All right. Thanks, Christian.